Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and it's tip 105. And today I think I'm going to talk about why meditation, or give some clues as to what this. I read an article in Nutrition that talks about the 12 science based benefits of meditation. And this article is from the late October 27th, 2020. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Johnny. And I thought I wanted to talk about meditation because meditation is probably the number one tool that I've used in this past year. And I think it's the greatest gift I've kind of given myself, next to continuing to lose weight. So I figured I wanted to do some research on it. I wasn't feeling great yesterday or the past 2 days, and so I kind of spent more time meditating. And I really find meditation kind of calms my mind, calms anxieties, just makes me feel better. It helps me to release negative thoughts. It helps me not to wallow in not feeling good. Good morning, Jessica. Hi, Johnny. Johnny, you better watch the front door today because I got a message something is arriving. So hello. What I do want to talk about is meditation. And like I said, I really think when we follow meditation and we follow its practices regularly, it does definitely give us the tools so that we can turn our thoughts from falling into a place of negative feelings and negative emotions. And I thought this article that I found in Nutrition about the 12 benefits of meditation were great. I'm actually going to talk to my mom because I think she should do more meditation too. And the first thing it talked about with meditation is it reduces stress. And I'm going to say 100%, I definitely agree with that. I noticed that hugely in the past year. I use meditation all the time. They also talk about that in reducing stress, the things that we want to remember is it reduces disrupted sleep, it reduces increases in blood pressure, fatigue, cloudy thinking. This article had hundreds of studies. That's why I didn't really quote them as they had 26 studies on this, 26 studies on that, 36 on this, 100 on that, 2-week studies, 12-week studies. They had all kinds of studies on meditation. And I'll say from my own personal experience, it's definitely been amazing. So the first thing is it reduces stress. The second thing is controls anxiety. And it really talked about also, it controls anxiety in your personal life, but also in job. And I think that's been great for me because I know that being remote can cause a stress in not being day to day with your coworkers, but I prefer the remote work environment. But it also helped me to stop automatically assuming the worst, and it cleared kind of a whole area where I went to the wrong place, because that is kind of what meditation does, is it lets you shift your thoughts and put you in a better place so that you're not always assuming negative. So it reduces stress, it controls anxiety for your personal life, for your work life. Then it also promotes emotional health. It improves your self-image, it improves your self-worth, it improves your overall thoughts. I've been wondering about this because I've noticed a lot of people are getting vaccines and a lot of people are complaining about how horrible they feel, and other people are saying, I don't feel bad at all. And I thought, I wonder if there's a connection to their thought patterns. You know, if they meditated, could they release some of that focus on feeling pain and not feel so much pain? And I know for some people I might make them angry by saying that, but I wonder if we can release some of it. Hi, Johnny. I'm not sure if you're there, but I bet you are. Hopefully you'll sing a song for me today. I think we have the next American Idol out there. But he was singing using the fence yesterday. It was pretty cool. The next thing is, we talk about meditation, so we reduce stress, we control anxiety, we promote emotional health, and we enhance our self-awareness. I think this is a big one. They were talking about self-inquiry meditations, and that it allows you to kind of stop and think about the thoughts that are in your mind a lot so that you can identify what thoughts are not helping you to move forward. Then you can grab them and kind of release them and replace with something positive. And that's kind of almost like Doc V's fat filter. Get rid of the stuff that's not supporting your weight loss journey and fill in with positive thoughts. Thoughts that are, I can succeed, I will succeed, I like my green smoothie, I like trying new fruits and vegetables, I can win at this. A lot of it is just directing our thoughts and our self-talk to better places. So reduces stress, controls anxiety, promotes emotional health, enhances self-awareness so we can recognize bad thoughts and move forward. And this is a good one, number 5. It lengthens attention span. It builds the attention span muscle like a weight builds a physical muscle. And I thought this was great, and this is probably something I'll definitely need, because with technology the way it is, we can get easily distracted. And I've even found, like with work, I find that focusing on a project start to finish is a lot better than going here to here to here. Everyone talked about multitasking for so many years, and I think that unfortunately with multitasking, it shortens our attention span and it gets us focused into so many directions in so many places that we don't finish any task. And I even notice myself, because even in things I do around the house, I'll start something, I'll go somewhere else, I'll come back and I'm like, well, I left that open. How did I do that? And I think it's just that we all got so convinced that multitasking was a great tool that we're now recognizing that maybe it wasn't as great as we thought, because you have to spend time to get back where you were with that one task you were working on. So I don't think it's as great as they once thought. So building attention span, that's a big one for me. I get a star on that one because that's an area I like to work on. This is the one I thought was interesting too. Meditation may reduce age-related memory loss. And my mom's been talking a lot about that lately. And there are studies shown that it supports there were neuropsychological tests done, and they found that it improved mental quickness, it improved memory loss. So I think it's that ability to, it's probably really right down to there's so much stuff they're all trying to remember. It helps them to recognize what thoughts are really important to remember and which are not supporting you and get rid of them. But I thought that was really good. And I'll have to talk to my mom about that today, because she was, I don't think she meditates. So knowing that this is a tool, and I'm going to say for myself, I have recognized that I think it has helped me in the past year. So we know it reduces stress, it controls anxiety, it promotes emotional health, it enhances self-awareness, lengthens our attention span, and it reduces age-related memory loss. So mental quickness, that's a great thing. The next thing it talks into is it creates kindness for yourself and others. And I think that's true too. When you meditate and you keep yourself calm, it's easier if somebody is at a angry level. Sometimes you just have to walk away from them. And I think maybe if you're able to remain calm because you've allowed yourself some tools for calmness, it'll allow you, good morning, Dolly. It'll allow you to calm down and know when either you can reasonably talk to somebody or walk away, because sometimes you can't reason. It's almost like they say you can't reason with somebody who's drunk. You can't reason with somebody whose anxiety is well past the red level. Sometimes it's best to break and come back. And I think that the idea of being a nicer person when you meditate is true, because you've calmed the anxiety and the fear and the anger inside yourself, so it allows you to be more open to those that may be struggling and not have the same tools available. So meditation reduces stress, controls anxiety, promotes emotional health, enhances self-awareness by letting you recognize where you're struggling, lengthens attention span, that one I love, and it reduces age-related memory loss. So I'm going to keep doing it, because then maybe as I continue to get older, my memory will get longer and not shorter. Creating kindness, I think that's a great thing we all need right now. And now the 8th one is it helps fight addictions. And it talks about like alcohol addictions, food addictions, mental discipline. And I think that's true, because I can almost like self-rehearse. I'll rehearse during the time that I sit quietly and, like I'm excited. I find myself trying to reprogram and think about that I want to be excited about the things that I'm going to do for my health today. Because when I think about it as something that feels good, it feels good to be in a smaller size. It feels good to be healthy. It feels good to have positive thoughts. So not now, computer, it wants to update. It feels good to have positive thoughts. I use that time to shift into a positive area. It also talked about number 9 is improving sleep by redirecting thoughts, and that's an absolute with me. I always do that so that I can, because my monkey brain will go to places that will scare me terribly if I don't tell it what to think about, because it is very, very creative and it comes up with some pretty not fun things. And if I haven't said hi lately, Johnny, hello, good morning. The 10th item it talked about is controlling pain. And that made me think about like a lot of the posts I've been seeing lately about people getting vaccines and feeling sick and stuff. And I'm wondering, I don't want to discount pain for people, but I'm wondering if they could find a little bit of comfort. So it's not pain I'm trying to give them. What I want to say is maybe we can help them to find a little comfort, or help them find a way to let the pain pill take effect faster if we can help them sit down and maybe focus a little bit on releasing those thoughts of pain, not letting them build up inside them, just try to release them. And if they think about positive thoughts, maybe it'll help distract them enough until they start to feel better. And I think that's a great tool if we can. And I know that's a hard thing to say and a hard thing to hear, but if it can just help you, that's all the intent is just to help you. Not to say it's not real, because I know it's real. So if you can maybe think of a way to shift it, that might be a great tool. The next item on this list was number 11, and it reduces blood pressure. And I'll agree with that, because if you're getting rid of the anxiety, the negative self-talk, you're feeling better, you're better problem solving, you're going to reduce your blood pressure because you're not getting all tight inside. The 12th and last item that it talks about, meditation, why meditate, it's available anywhere. It did talk about yoga as a form of meditation, so that one you would need some tools and maybe a class. But they were talking about, and I'm going to say 3 types. This article talked about 2 types of meditation. The first one it talked about is like focused meditation. And that says like focus on one item. Like if you, and somebody told me this too. Sahar Mahoon from Unlimited was telling me she imagines a dot on the wall and she'll focus on that dot and then just try to release everything. So that's a focused meditation, and that is a way to do it. So if you're anywhere, you can focus on a flower, you can focus on a bud, you can focus on a spot on a table or on a strawberry, something. Just focus on something and then try to release the thoughts that are harming you. The other one they talked about is an open meditation, and that's just like to sit quietly and then just try to recognize what you're feeling or what you're thinking, so that you can identify why you're feeling uncomfortable or anxious, and then that way you can release it. And the third thing I'm going to add may not be necessarily their main types, but a tool that's readily available at any time, as long as you have a phone or a computer, is YouTube. You can look up music, and I got to be careful how I say this because Suri always tries to help me, but you want to like ask for good morning meditations, guided meditations, just calming music. But there are tools available that if you aren't comfortable trying to focus meditation or trying to open meditate and think about the negative thoughts, sometimes that can help you get started until you build your skills and get stronger. So I guess right now what I'm going to talk about is I'll just kind of sum this up. I'll go through the 12 reasons why, this 12 scientific-based benefits of meditation from a Nutrition magazine in October of 2020. I think these are all great. I know that meditation has changed so many things for me in the past year, and I'm just hoping that it gives you guys some tools too. So the 12 things are: reduces stress, controls anxiety, promotes emotional health, enhances self-awareness, lengthens the attention span. Yes, we know, I love that one. May reduce age-related memory loss, and absolutely, I want that one. It creates kindness because you've released the stuff that's building up and turmoiling inside you. Helps fight addictions, and I'll say I use that time to kind of direct my thoughts to help my weight loss journey. Improves sleep. I absolutely agree with that because I try to release the negative thoughts before I go to sleep. Helps control pain, and I'm wondering if those of us who struggle with pain, I don't want to discount your pain, but if you think of positive thoughts and think of things that make you feel good, maybe it can lessen the amount of pain. Reduces blood pressure, and it's accessible anywhere. Focus on one dot, focus on one flower, focus on one leaf. See if you can release all the thoughts that are causing your turmoil. Or open meditation, just try to sit quietly and identify what may be causing anxiety. And I tossed in my own third one, which is YouTube. Use it as a tool for guided meditation, for just musical meditation, for good morning meditations, for good night meditations. She'll find Suri will find anything to try to help you. So I hope these tools help you. I will say meditation is the #1 gift I've given myself this past year. So if you're struggling, I'd highly recommend it. Thank you for everything. I hope you have a beautiful day. And hi, Johnny. And you're going to have to let me know if you like your present, but I think the best one's coming next week. Have a great day, everyone, and thank you so much for listening.